Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Kwaku here. It's Tuesday. Today I'm going to do another critique to a concept work from a creator artist named Avdan on YouTube. I'll put all his stuff in the description box so you guys can view his video at whole. He did a concept video for what he calls Windows 20, or pretty much 21H1 at the time. It was published back in October, I believe. We'll take a look and see how it looks and see just if it's any viable thing that, you know, we could see stuff from, elements from, in what supposedly is supposed to be Sun Valley, aka 21H2 in the fall, in this video. Today we're looking at Avdan or Avdan, I'm not sure how to say his name. We're looking at his concept video for what is Windows 20. Essentially the next generation of Windows. Obviously we know of it to technically be Windows 10 21H2, that Sun Valley concept, that redesign, but he calls it Windows 20. So let's see how it is. I'm just gotta make sure I'm in focus. Okay, so far it looks good. Centered icons, fluent. It looks like they updated all the icons. That's really nice. The blue look that Microsoft is going with nowadays. Everything looks still pretty familiar. You can shift things around. That's nice. No start menu on one of them. Oh no, they moved it to the middle. Customize your taskbar. So that's what we saw before. And this is the start menu. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Redesign file explorer. This I like. This, it stays clean. You know, it stays the same, but a little different. Obviously, we know the folders are different now. Documents, everything looks pretty good to me. New settings app. All right, still similar settings app. Sound control panel. Ooh, they expanded on it. Redesign tablet mode. So, okay, you can swipe up gesture. Is that it? I guess that's it. New action center. So this looks good. This is what I'm seeing in a bunch of concepts now. This is from Windows 10X. Dark mode. That's good. Darker mode. Did you see that? Darker mode. Ooh, this is a little too dark though. New search UI. Okay, spotlight search. It's almost like fluent search, like the app I took a look at. Dynamic wallpapers, like Android. Oh, wallpapers that actually change based on time of day. Consistent design is what we all want. Right click menus are all good. Alt menus are good. Ooh, nice animation flow. Windows 20 concept by Avdan. All right, so now if you're not familiar with this channel, what I do now is I go back in the video and just kind of scrub through and see little things that I saw. So let's see the changes here. In fact, all right, so this is the first part. All right, so the first part I see here, and what I'm noticing that I like, I got to kind of aim away from it because it likes to highlight. I see that we have essentially centered icons, taskbar icons. We have the Windows logo on the side there. So it's like taskbar X-ified. And that's what I'm seeing in a lot of concepts that I'm seeing now is they're taking the idea of taskbar X and they're implementing it directly into Windows, which honestly Microsoft should just do. Honestly, Microsoft should just buy the idea from taskbar X if it's possible. From Chris Anderson. Keep going. All right, they updated the icons. That's good. That's like all the fluent icons we're starting to see now. They have a lot of blue to them. The current Windows icon is just based on your theme. So with the current Windows logo in the corner here on the start menu, the current one follows the theme of whatever your device is using. I still feel like that should be the case here. I'm not obviously this is just a concept. They're just using a design that's consistent, everything blue, because that's what most of the icons are in this. I'm hoping that the idea is for this creator that the Windows icon, the Windows logo changes based on your theme, so that it just looks cool. Because blue on orange would be kind of strange. So keep going, and then you can shift things around, expand, search. You can center the Windows logo. All right. This is like all from taskbar X essentially. Customize your taskbar. So he says you can shift your taskbar around, and then here we get the look of the start menu, what this person's vision of the start menu is. So I see everything looks pretty much the same, other than the fact here you have your recent apps right here, you have your recommended here, and then you have your apps, your all apps as you scroll down more. I'm looking, and it's kind of like how here most used in here, and then you scroll down and you get more. I still kind of feel like we should just, instead of seeing your apps on Windows like just there, right? I get that that's how it was in the past, and they're just keeping it in. I feel like we should just have an all apps button, all applications button on there, and when you click it, you see all your applications. I feel like that should just be it. That's just me. I feel like this is clean. This is good for enterprise and corporate use where they don't like things changing much. But I feel like if anything was that like that to happen, I feel like they should just not automatically show all your all your apps, and just let it be just a thing you press and then this area shows up. But that's just me. So keep going. I like one other thing. I like where he put the where he put your user icon and things like that, where you have your email and you have your name and picture there. That's good. I like that centered up there. And then off switch is right there, which is good. Your shutdown areas there. Everything is still familiar, which is exactly how it should be, in my opinion, which is what I honestly feel like if Microsoft did this, that's exactly how they would do it. Things are still familiar, but things are different enough to be consistent. Keep going. Okay, so this is what I love. This is what makes me wish that Windows Phone was still around. And I wish Windows Phone implemented something like this. Interactable tiles. I know a lot of people didn't like tiles, and it's because they just took up a lot of space and they just showed you information. You couldn't actually tap on a specific line on a tile and interact with just that line. You had to go into the app that the tile was showing. But this, when you hover over, I believe that's what he did. When you hover over, it shows you new things. Let me back up a little bit. Yeah, so when you hover over, it shows you new things. Let's get into it. So you see he hovers over PowerPoint, and then it slides and shows more information. That is exactly what this should be doing. To, if you want people to still use tiles, this is what it should be. It should just let you do fresh things, let you interact with the tile, not just see information at a glance and click into the app to see more, but it should let you literally shortcut into little areas. So let's say if you hovered over Word icon, you'd be able to open a new document and so on, just like this. If you hovered over Outlook, you'd be able to send an email. You'd be able to, I don't know, see recent, like you'd have a recent thing like this. You wouldn't have a share, you'd have something else. I want that. That's so much potential. Microsoft really should do that. That's a simple thing. All right, let's go deeper. In fact, let me fast forward a little bit. Redesigned File Explorer. All right, so let's let it load in. Oh, wait. He went too fast. All right, so we know this File Explorer has tabs because this is the next part. But just looking at this File Explorer, again, this gives me hope. This gives me hope because the elements are still there. The general elements of a File Explorer are still there, familiar enough for my mom to be able to use, right? You still got these areas up here that normal people don't use. But the general layout is still the same. And the OneDrive, since Microsoft in OneDrive are one entity, obviously, OneDrive should just be embedded like how iCloud is embedded into macOS. This should be there. I like that there. Everything else is perfectly fine. It's simple enough, beautiful enough, but it's still familiar enough. And that's exactly the idea that they should definitely be doing. Keep going. With tabs, that's about every single one that has tabs. The folders, like I said, we've gotten updated folders, so we know what they'll look like now. New settings app. I'm going to just pause for a brief second and just tell you guys I like this because obviously they're working on updating icons. They take a while to design and to implement and finalize. And so obviously we've gotten this icon, your phone, and update. We've gotten similar things here, but they're working on updating the rest of the icons across Windows. Hopefully they're not all blue. I like this. It's still the same settings app that we have right now, but it is updated to be fresh and feel different, even though it's the same, so people are still familiar with it. And that's the idea here. That's good. It's not radical. Everything in one place. All right, this gets a little messy here. everything in one place. I mean, this is how settings is. It's everything in one place. The sound control panel, we're going to open that in a second. So this is the sound control panel. We don't really have that. We normally just have a little area here, and if you right click down here, you can just open up sound and things like that. In fact, if you right click here, you can go to your sound settings, and when you open up sound settings on Windows 10, currently this is what it looks like right here. I'm on dark mode. Compared to this man's, this one is a lot more interactive, because right now we have your input settings and output settings, 2 different areas for them, but everything here works. This is good. Keep going. Let me fast forward a little bit. Redesign tablet mode. This is a little hit or miss for me, because as far as this concept is, the redesigned tablet mode literally is just this line like on iPad OS or an iOS that is just a line you swipe up to see more stuff. So that's, and it's centered icons by default, I guess. Action center. Again, this is a thing that now that I've seen more and more concepts, I still love this idea, and I love how Windows 10X is doing it, and that's where all these concept creators are doing. They're putting Windows 10X's idea in here in Windows, which I'm sure that's exactly what's going to happen, and yeah, it looks good. I can't say anything bad about that. Keep going. Dark mode, and then we got darker mode. That looks good. That looks really good. And then we got darker mode. Everything goes pitch black. Hit or miss for me. New search UI. This I like. This I like. Redesign search, because right now if I hit search, this is what pops up. And it even has some issues where it like goes away. So it's hit or miss for even the search. Let's see if I can get it to work. Nope. Search just doesn't work for me right now. But I like this. This is like Fluent Search, an app that I took a look at before. And this should be inside there. It's like macOS Spotlight Search. I like it. Definitely implement that. Keep going. Dynamic wallpapers. By dynamic, they mean wallpapers that change based on your theme. Darken based on your theme. Consistent design. The right-click menus change. You can move things around. That's good. And this is what your Windows 10 will look like. Beautiful. Again, it is fluent, or it is beautiful. I don't know what I said before. It is beautiful. It is consistent, but it's still usable. And that's what it's still familiar. And that's what it is. That's what I want it to be. All right, so this is just the other stuff. So overall, I gotta say, I'm impressed. This is a more calm look. I wouldn't say a Windows 20, and it says this is a concept. Again, it's not real. Overall, I would say this is something that I could see something like 2021H2 or sunvalley codename looking like. This is simple enough. It's familiar enough, and it's still, consistent, and it works. It really does work. This should be what 21H2 is, what Sun Valley should be. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'll leave his channel info and everything in the description box like I normally do. Stay tuned for more concept critiques in the future videos, maybe once a week at least, maybe less, who knows. Stay tuned and take care, everybody.